As you must be well aware, the C word is being replaced by the V word. As I stated weeks, months ago, that it gets to the stage before the V comes out, it's going to be mass propaganda regards taking the V, and it's going to be mass attacks on those who are called anti-Vs. This is from Yahoo News. BS19 vaccine may have unpleasant side effects. That will mean it's working. That sounds good. If you feel like you're dying after taking the V, that's okay because it's working. For some reason, the video's unavailable in my region. I don't know what the video is about. I'm just going to quickly read through here. Pfizer is expected to seek federal permission to release its BS19 vaccine by the end of November, which is only just over 2 weeks away. A move that holds promise for quelling the pandemic, but also sets up a tight frame to make sure consumers understand what it will mean to get the shots. The vaccine, and likely most others, will require 2 doses to work, injections that must be given weeks apart. Company protocols show. Scientists, anticipate that the shots will cause enervating flu-like side effects, including sore arms, muscle aches and fever, probably paralysis, all that stuff. But don't fear. If you get all that, it means it's working. So, it's all good. It's all good. That could last days and temporarily sideline some people from work or school, or, worst case scenario, you die and you get buried. But don't worry. In your last few days, you will be guaranteed that you will not get COVID-19. And even if a vaccine proves 90% effective, the rate Pfizer touted for its product, 1 in 10 recipients would still be vulnerable. That means, at least in the short term, as population level immunity grows, people can't stop social distancing and throw away their masks. So, because you get the vaccine, still you have to do social distancing and wear the mask, because even though the vaccine is guaranteed 90%, you still have to wear a mask and social distancing, because there might be there's a 10% chance that the vaccine doesn't work, but don't worry about that. It's only 10%. Who cares about that? So I'm just working on those figures. If it's going to prove effective for 90%, let's just say the world's population 7.7 billion, whatever. So what's that? Say 6.8 billion people will be protected. So what they're saying there is virtually close to 1 billion people. Say 800 million people aren't going to be effective. 10% of the population, I'm saying about 800 million. This vaccine's not going to be of any benefit. So how many people have actually died from COVID in the last, 9-10 months? I haven't looked at the latest figures. I can't be stuffed, but just over 1 million, wasn't it? Just over 1 million people have died supposedly from COVID, but this vaccine is going to be ineffective with 10% of the world's population, which is 800 million. Anyway, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Just take the vaccine. Let's just skip down there. I don't want to read this. This jerk says we need to communicate, and we need to communicate effectively, and we need to start planning for this now. Such broad-based outreach will be necessary in a country where, as of mid-October, only half of Americans said they'd be willing to get a BS19 vaccine. Let's just see if these half of the Americans stick by their word. I doubt it. Initial doses of any vaccine would be limited at first, But experts, whoever they are, predict they may be widely available by the middle of next year. Discussing potential side effects early could counter misinformation that overstates or distorts the risk. The biggest tragedy would be if we have a safe and effective vaccine that people are hesitant to get. No, don't be hesitant. The vaccine's good. It's for you. They care about your health. They don't want you to get COVID-19, that deadly virus. So, don't be hesitant. Don't be hesitant, everyone. Pfizer and its partner, the German company BioNTech, said Monday that their vaccine appears to protect, same thing, 9 in 10 people from getting COVID. So, bad luck, the one, or the 10%, the 1 in 10. Bad luck for you because you're not going to get protected. Bad luck for you 800 million people around the world. Although they didn't release underlying data, it's the first of 4 COVID-19 vaccines in large-scale efficacy tests in the US to have posted results. Do I keep going? Data from early trials suggests that consumers will need to be prepared for side effects. While technically mild, could disrupt daily life, or might even kill you, supposedly. But don't worry about that. Your last few days, you'll be COVID-free. A senior Pfizer executive stated that side effects from the company's vaccine appear to be comparable to those of standard adult vaccines, but worse than those of the company's pneumonia vaccine, Prevnar, or typical flu shots. They know a lot about this, and it's only been around 6 months. The 2-dose Shingrix vaccine, which protects older adults against the virus that causes painful shingles, results in sore arms in 78% of recipients and muscle pain and fatigue in more than 40% of those who take it. Well, I hope these people who took part in the trial, the 78% and the 40%, I hope they're all well and, got their little payout. They're all happy. Prevnar and common flu shots can cause injection site pain, aches and fever. Don't worry about it. A little bit of pain, it's all worth it. We are asking people to take a vaccine that is going to hurt. Like I said, pain, you have to have this pain for the gain, all right? Take the vaccine. I recommend you should take the vaccine because these people who are behind this, their only concern is our health, and that's it. Wear the mask, social distance, don't work, don't go anywhere, but make sure you take that vaccine before it runs out because we don't want you to miss out, okay? Get in early. There are lots of sore arms and substantial numbers of people who feel crummy with headaches and muscle pain for a day or two. Persuading people who experience these symptoms to return in 3 to 4 weeks for a second dose and a second round of flu-like symptoms could be a tough sell. But I'm sure everyone will. Once they've got that first jab, they will be there for the second jab. No doubt whatsoever because, who knows? If you don't have that second jab, the first jab might be useless and it might be, those side effects just might get worse. So, look, I don't want to sound pessimistic or anything, but, this is, like I said, a little bit of pain for a lot of gain. How public health experts explain such effects is important. There's evidence that suggests that if you frame pain as a proxy of effectiveness, it's helpful. If it's hurting a little, it's working. That is the motto. That is what we'll see in advertising campaigns, on billboards, everywhere. If it's hurting a little, it's working. At the same time, good communication will help consumers plan for such effects. I don't want to keep reading this. You get the gist. There's going to be a bit of pain, but, so be it. So be it. You don't want to get COVID-19 because, as you know, it's a deadly virus and just over 1 million people have died this year. And even though 10%, which is 800 million, will not be protected by this vaccine, 800 million compared to 1 million, pretty much the same, isn't it? So there you are. Don't worry about the side effects. COVID-19 vaccine, it's coming. And boy, are we excited about that.